Good morning. Monday morning, another start of the week. I love it. It's a little bit rainy here today, so that's why I'm not out walking and doing my live like normal. And as the weather starts to change, things will change a little bit on how I do my lives. I'll try to mix it up a little bit. I'll do some in my truck, or I'll do some at home in the office, or wherever I see fit. But the important thing is to be on here with you guys and hang out. So I had an idea this morning to talk about this whole thing about burnout and what it is, and truly how to combat it. But most importantly, to understand what it is, because I think a lot of the times we attribute burnout to depression because there's a lot of the same signs that correlate with both. But as I was planning that out and getting everything set up to talk about that, something else came up that I really wanted to dive into, because I know a lot of my content has a little bit of a mixture in it. I coach struggling professionals that go through burnout, help them refine clarity and purpose and direction. But I've also talked about my recovery community on Skool, and before I've talked about just helping anybody really that's having issues, struggles. And so I just want to get clear on all of it, that I don't have a specific one that I want to pursue. I'm in the realm of all of those things that I've talked about, and they all closely relate to each other, more than you would think. I know, like the recovery community, resilient recovery on Skool, and if you're interested in checking that out, there's going to be a link down in the description for that. But there's a lot of stigma that sits around recovery, and that's one of my main things. Is I want to debunk that, because I think having a word that comes across in a negative sense detours a lot of people from gaining the help that they need. And I want to break that barrier down. See, recovery, basically what recovery is you are putting yourself in a position to get past something that is affecting your life in a negative way. That's what it is. And like I've said before, it can be so many different things. And so when I'm coaching professionals, high achievers, executives, and the like, a lot of them may not, because of pride, may not see fit that they need recovery, when in fact they do, because they're struggling with stress. They're struggling with, you know, overload and time management possibly. But they also might have personal things going on in their life, you know? And so a recovery community is it's a platform that help people come together and just work through issues together. When I tonight, I'm probably going to do a video tonight on the burnout. But the thing with burnout is, one of the best things you can do for that is engage with other humans in community. Because a lot of the times, some of the telltale signs of burnout is isolation, um, closing people off. And so when you can force yourself outside of that and be around other people, then it will really help you through that process. And you'll kind of understand that, okay, I have people to talk to. I have an avenue to get these things off my chest. And that's what recovery is about, is just being able to talk about the issues in your life that are going on, that are keeping you from where you want to be. Plain and simple. Some people have made it so complex and so, hard to accept with open arms, if you will. Will put a lot of stigma on it. So I have the resilient recovery. I also have resilient wellness coaching. And I was talking with my wife this weekend, and we went camping with the boys, and I was really talking to her about how I feel like I could be doing better with intertwining everything. and not just making it strictly for professionals, executives, high achievers. Because I think I kind of fell in that trap of everybody's like, you have to niche down, niche down, niche down, get specific. Well, if I can get specific with you, we all struggle, right? We all have issues that we deal with, and we're going to. That's just how life operates. If everything was perfect, sunshine and roses, there would be no issues in this world, but it's not. We all struggle with something. We all go through something. We all have something that is holding us back from who we want to become. And so I am going to start opening up my coaching to a wider spectrum of people. I am still going to coach professionals. I'm going to do public speaking engagements. I will do team building workshops, leadership workshops for companies. I love doing that, but I also want to help other people. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up group coaching opportunities for people at a much more reasonable cost. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, obviously that's going to require more money to do that because that's more time for me. But I can reduce the price down if I'm doing group coaching. If I can do, a platform where everybody can come together at one time and we can work through different things. So that way, when I'm helping one person, another person's gleaning that information and vice versa. And I think it'll be very effective. And then there'll be opportunities beyond that if more is wanted for further coaching. But then I can also attribute the recovery, the resilient recovery, because that's another platform. So if you want to come into a group coaching, that community that we're going to have, that we're going to grow with, that we're going to learn with is awesome. But outside of that, you need more. You need to stay engaged with community. And so that's where the resilient recovery is going to come. And that platform is free to get into it. The initial phases of it are there for value where you can learn and grow, but there will be, tiered opportunities for more things for further growth. Because the more time I need to invest in helping you get through the struggles that you're going through on a personal level, then the more that I need to take care of myself and my family. And I'll teach all these different things about how that's important, how you need to take care of yourself and make sure you're showing up for the things that are important to you. I do the same thing. So I practice what I preach. And you'll see that. And there'll be naysayers that say, oh, you're just trying to make money. Well, yeah, of course, I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to support my family and make a living. So, yes, but I will have value at all levels for everybody. And that's the important part because for me, the money isn't the end game. For me, changed lives and people doing better and succeeding in life, that's the end game I want. I want to help people do that because my life changed drastically. So I am going to start altering my content to be more open to all avenues of what I do. I'm not going to keep them specific anymore. I'm going to bring them together because real growth and real truth are going to happen in community. It's important. And faith. I'm not going to leave faith out. This whole thing with Charlie Kirk recently really was an eye-opener, not just for me, but for many people, that faith is important. To be able to achieve things in our life that we want to achieve, we have to have a strong foundation. And that foundation can only be found on Jesus. And if you disagree with that, that's fine. But I challenge you to lean in and test it. Because a lot of people will make an assumption off something because of what they hear from somebody else or what they were taught growing up without even investigating it themselves and pushing into it. Or they were a part of a sect of religion that wasn't good. And there's lots of them. So I understand that aspect of it, but please don't discount Christianity. And what Christianity is just belief in Jesus and living the way Jesus did. Look into it. Search it for yourself. Don't go off anybody else's ideas or whatever. Make it yours. Because when it comes down to it, it's your relationship with the Creator. It's between you guys. Yes, we need people around us to encourage us, and I will help encourage you. I will give you biblical principles to lean on, to incorporate in your life that work, because the word is alive and active. God's word is life transforming because it transformed mine, and there's millions of others that it's transformed if you just take the time to listen and see that. So, if you're burnt out, you're struggling with your leadership skills, you're not able to perform like you used to, you're isolating yourself in the corporate world, and you want to be a better leader and encourage people more and be tap back into your ability to achieve greatness, then I can coach you with that. I'm there for you. I can come and help you with that. We can go through a 12-week program that will get you realigned with your focus and your goals and get you operating in your business the way that you originally intended. If you're just a person struggling with life, not sure what direction you want to go into, not sure who you are, where your identity lies, or you know that there's something wrong with you because of your past, then I have a resilient wellness blueprint on my website at chrisbocoaching.com that will help you understand who you are and get you on the path of recognizing those limiting beliefs that that you have or had in your life that is keeping you stuck where you're at, or is keeping you from knowing who you can truly be. That will help with that. Resilient recovery. I'm going to be honest, it's for everybody. Everybody has struggles. It's a safe community, very highly monitored. So there won't be any, I can't say there won't be, but we will do our very best to keep that such a anonymous group outside of it. So if you're there, you're there, and the people there will know you, and we'll grow together in community. But it stays there, and that's the awesome part about it. You know, it's a safe place to work on you, to work on getting past the struggles that are keeping you chained up in life. And so that's for everybody. Like I said, the description or the link will be in the description below for that community. Just come check it out. It's free to join, no obligation. If you like it and you want to go further in it, then you know there's opportunity to do that. So everything stands the same. I help people through burnout. I help people realign with goals. I help people find direction, um, align with their identity, live a more faith purposed life, get help with overcoming struggles. Yeah, I'm not going to niche it down to a specific person because there's so many people that need help that are struggling. So I'm there for that. And yeah, I just want to get that out there and let people know who I am, what I'm about, and who I help. I think it's just important to have that clarity. So, like I said, tonight I'm plan on doing a video on burnout and what it is and why it's easily confused with depression. And so, I mean, if you're feeling depressed lately, it might just be that you're burnt out. And so there's ways to get through that, and they're easy. Well, actually, yeah, they're easy. You just have to implement them. So awesome. Glad to be with you today. Happy Monday. I'm praying for blessings on you for this week, that it's a good week. Hopefully the weather's nice where you're at. Hopefully the weather turns here for the better. And we'll talk to you guys soon. God bless you. Stay healthy, stay well, and we'll see you.